Hey everybody, welcome back to Wonder Dads Gaming. We're under qualifying at Bristol Motor Speedway. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us here. Right now we're watching Marshall Dugan put down his qualifying lap, and we also have Patrick Lucio out there qualifying as well, the number 18 Toyota Tundra. Qualifying has just another minute or two left to go, and then we'll get this grid underway. So give us just a moment here. Alrighty, thank you for your patience, guys. It looks like Mike Whiting has the fastest qualifying time of a 14.41. He is on the pole so far. It looks like qualifying has just a few more seconds left to go. About 30 more seconds to be exact, so we're going to go ahead and run through qualifying. Number 81, William Curran, the second. This is his second race with us in the Irish F.U.N. League. He's currently second. Philip Beaver is third on the qualifying list. Patrick Lucio, he's fourth. Luke Mahone is top five, and Zachary Ward is sixth. Marty Calvert is seventh. Derek Moore right now is eighth. Greg Stone is ninth, and Brennan Fiedler is 10th. There is your top 10 in qualifying so far, and we're going to go ahead and get underway. Looks like white flag is in the air, and qualifying is about to be all wrapped up. Steve Mormon is practice was mayhem. We'll get five. Will we get 5 clean laps in? Steve, I hope so. Hopefully it doesn't turn into another Martinsville race from a couple weeks ago. But there you have it, guys. There is your starting lineup. We're going to go ahead and run through the grid here. So thank you so much for tuning in. And this is Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to do, I believe it's 150 laps here tonight, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go ahead. We got 25 drivers signed up for tonight's race, so a really good turnout tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming out and tuning in here. We're going to go ahead and show you the starting lineup. So real quick here, this is Mike Whiting on the pole. We'll see if we can interview him in just a moment. William Curran is second. Philip Beaver is third. Patrick Lucio is fourth. And then we have Luke Mahone starting P5. Zachary Ward starting P6. Marty Calvert is starting P7. We have Derek Moore starting P8, Greg Stone starting P9, Brandon Fiedler will be starting P10, Steve Mormon is starting 11th, Wes Gallo is starting in P12, Marshall Dugan is starting 13th, Joe Tardif is starting 14th, Mark Ward 15th, Craig Ridge will be starting in the 16th place position, Ashley Ellison Jr. will be starting 17th in the 133 truck, Jeff Laraway will be starting 18th, Brian Swope will be 19th, Matthew Heel will be starting 20th. Eric Olson is starting 21st. Max Troen in the number 8 truck is starting 22nd. Corey Goodall in the 333 is starting 23rd. David Galloway Jr. is starting 24th. And David Watts will be starting 25th. There is your starting lineup, guys. We're going to go ahead and interview Mike Whiting real quick before we get this thing started. Hey, Mike, real quick, just want to give you a shout out. Congratulations for starting on the pole here tonight. How are you feeling about tonight's race here at Bristol?
It's Bristol. You know how it is. Thank you for that. I know you got to survive first and see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of those tracks. I know Corey said he wants to start in the back, and I see you up there starting towards the front. So definitely a different strategy from the two of you guys.
Right. We were just talking about that. I can only tie my best result, and he can only go forward, right?
That's right. You got it. But hey, good looking paint scheme and truck out there tonight. We'll be watching you, and good luck.
All right, thanks, David.
Alrighty, guys, there you have it from Mike Whiting starting on the pole tonight in the number 22 Silverado. Starting on the outside, that's William Curran, the second in the 81 truck. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in just a moment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate every one of you. Looks like it's a pretty dark race out here tonight. Haven't seen the lights come on the track yet. Pretty interesting. Alrighty, trucks are making their way around the track for the final time before we go green flag racing.
Green flag.
Alrighty, and green flag in the air. Mike Whiting takes the green flag into turn number 1. So far, everybody keeping it pretty clean at the start of this race.
Caution's out.
And caution is out.
Second, caution for in the wall.
Looks like Brian Swope has crashed. Watch that 69 truck. Contact between him and Jeff Lairway. And Brian Swope up there in the wall. We'll go ahead and take a look here at Greg Stone. Looks like he was also involved in an incident. Looks like 3 wide there. A little bit of contact by Steve Mormon. Brandon Fiedler also involved in that as well. Looks like there was a little bit of contact here between Joe Tardif and the 23 truck. Look at all that smoke on track. Alrighty guys, that's it for the cautions. First caution of the night is out. We are only 3 laps in. Mike Whiting still maintains that lead. And like I said, we're doing 150 laps here tonight at Bristol. This is one of the best short tracks on the schedule, in my opinion. I love watching Bristol. Racing here is really chaotic, but it's always a fun race to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. Let us know who you're rooting for here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Last time we were in the truck series at a short track. See if I can find him in the standings. There he is. Matthew Neal won it at Martinsville. He was the last winner here in the trucks in that exact paint scheme at Martinsville Speedway. So keep an eye on that 53 truck and see if he can get another win here in the truck series. Alrighty, lights are off the pace car. We're getting ready to go green flag racing here once again. Mike Whiting is going to lead them down to green, and the pace car pulled off.
Green flag.
And green flag in the air. Mike Whiting off to a great start. Philip Beaver right there, the 60 truck to the bottom of the track. And caution back out again. This is what I was afraid of. I was hoping we didn't have a caution fest tonight, but let's go ahead and take a look here at Jeff Lairway involved. Oh, Matthew Heel, who we were just talking about, also involved. Let's take another look here at this. So here is the restart. Watch the 71 truck on the high side. Oh, it gets in the back of, looks like Ashley Ellison Jr. there. Looks like they maybe missed a shift. Yeah, so it looked like the 133 truck just didn't get going or missed a shift. There you go. Kind of stacked everybody up. All right, we'll take one more look at that. Yeah, all the trucks on the bottom of the track just get all stacked up. Had nowhere to go. Alrighty, second caution of the night is out. We're on lap number 8 of 150. And it looks like the lights have finally come on track. I was wondering why it got so dark. But that answers my question. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can pull up Zachary Ward in here tonight. Hey, Zach, it's David on the booth. You got me?
Hey, David.
Hey, how's it going out there tonight at Bristol Speedway? How you feeling about tonight's race?
Pretty chilling right now. This I-pacing isn't very fun, but hopefully we can get some green flag runs here.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, when we first started this race tonight, I didn't see the lights on the track, and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, no, it did get a little hairy, but it looks like there's enough light out here now.
I was going to say, did they finally come on now?
I don't think they've come on. Yeah, they did. I'm looking at them now.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
just
they're
curious.
on now, so.
But hey, thanks for putting on tonight's race. Great looking paint scheme, by the way. It's a good looking truck.
Thank you. Sorry about that. We were all mixed up there on the restart.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw you had to get up in the high lane. All right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll let you go. Get back to racing, and good luck.
Appreciate it.
All right, there you heard from Zachary Ward, who is
Green flag.
restarting in the 6th place position. Green flag in the air. Mike Whiting and Philip Beaver are on the front row this restart on lap number 11. Alrighty, and look at the 34 truck of Luke Mahone. He's getting way up there towards the lead. Right there behind the leader this time by. A little bit of a blink, though, out of that 34 truck. Right now, your top fives, Mike Whiting, Luke Mahone,
Caution,
Philip
caution.
Beaver, and Caution
Fuck is
back
the
out.
goddamn caution port.
Chad Mouse is not very happy with.
These flash crashes, I've had no idea what's going on.
Alrighty, let's go ahead. It looks like Greg Stone involved. Caution is out once again. Let's go ahead and take a look. That 3 truck looks like he just got loose all by himself. Right there behind the 39 truck of Brandon Fiedler. Alrighty, Caution back out for the 3rd time tonight. It's starting to look like Martinsville race all over again. Pretty crazy start to the beginning of this race. Only 15 laps in. 3 cautions so far here tonight. And it is dark at this track. I was just talking to Zach, if the lights were coming on, it looks like they have. But I've never seen Bristol this dark before. This is crazy. Hopefully it'll get a little bit lighter for these guys as this race goes on. Alrighty, you can see the lights on the pace car. Pretty odd when you can see the reflection of the headlights on the track. It tells you how dark it is here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Alright, a couple cars down pit road. That looks like Corey Goodall, Mark Ward, Brian Swope on pit road. I think also Zachary Ward. Did he come down pit road? I think he stayed out. Oh, Mark Ward on pit road, yep. Alrighty, we're gonna go green flag racing this time by. Mike Whiting is still your leader. with Luke Mahone on the outside. Watch that 34 truck. He's been pretty fast here tonight, making his way up through the field. He's already moved up 3 spots. We'll see if he can get around Mike Whiting this time on the restart. Alrighty, pace car is off.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And green flag in the air. Side by side, Mike Whiting and Luke Mahone. They head into turn number 1. And Luke Mahone, way up in the wall that time by, gets around the leader of Mike Whiting. And now Mike Whiting drops back side by side with William. And William's going to make the pass. And now Philip Beaver looking the inside with Brandon Fiedler on the outside. Mike Whiting falling back a little bit off pace.
Caution.
And caution back out.
Fuel whenever you
Luke
can.
Mahone steals that lead away from Mike Whiting. He's going to retake this lead in the 34 truck with that 81 right behind him. Alrighty, so caution is out. Brian Swope involved. Let's go ahead and take a look. There's the 69 Toyota Tundra. Not quite sure what that was all about. Alrighty, you can see the lights starting to really come on this time. Let's go ahead and pull up Brandon Fiedler and interview him, see how he's doing out there tonight. Hey, Brand, stay in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, David?
Hey, man, we missed you last week at Darlington. We see you're back out here in the truck series. Good-looking truck, by the way. How you feeling about tonight's Bristol race so far?
It's kind of gone how I expected it. Just trying to save my tires as much as I can right now. Even with these short stints, I don't really see a need to push right now. Yeah, it's just kind of, it's Bristol. It'll eventually work itself to a longer green flag run eventually. So, but yeah, right now it's going pretty good.
I was going to say, yeah, hopefully we get to those long green flag runs here. Bristol makes for some exciting racing. But yeah, these cautions after cautions, definitely don't want to see that early on, but hopefully we'll get to that at some point. Yeah, so how are you feeling about the truck series here at Bristol? I know, what's your favorite series out of the 3 that we've been racing?
I don't know. The Xfinity cars have actually been a lot of fun and have been actually pretty good to me. The trucks at short tracks have been a lot of fun. We had it at Martinsville a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. And the Cup cars are just, I would say, I'm pretty confident in just in general. So, but I'd say right now the Xfinity cars are probably my favorite.
Awesome. Well, that sounds good. I love the Xfinity cars myself. Hey, man, we're going to get ready to go green again. Thank you for talking with us in the booth, and good luck out there.
Yeah, thanks you. And hopefully we can put on a good show for you guys tonight.
Awesome. Sounds good. Talk to you soon, Brandon.
Yeah, see you, man.
All right, there you heard it from Brandon Fiedler. He'll be restarting in the 6th place position, right next to Zachary Ward on the inside there. Pace car about to pull off here once again.
Green flag.
And green flag in the air, and that is Luke Mahone on the outside of the 34 truck with the 81 right there on the inside. As they go side by side down the backstretch, the 34 is going to maintain that lead over the 81. And Mike Whiting is going to battle it out back here with Philip Beaver. And Philip Beaver gets around him now. Zachary Ward goes into attack. He's going to take around the outside of the 22 with Brandon Fiedler now looking at the 39. And Mike Whiting seriously falling off base a little bit. He started on the pole, now falling back to the 6th place position as Brandon Fiedler gets around him on the outside here. Those two go in battle. Caution out once again.
Look at your stuff for me right there.
William, car in the 2nd, is going to take over that lead from Luke Mahone in the 81 truck as the caution flag flies. And let's see if we can figure out where that caution came from. Let's take another look here, guys. We didn't see any activity. I'm not sure what that caution came out for that time. But caution is back out once again for the 4th time here tonight. Alrighty, yeah, let us know who you guys are rooting for out here on track. The 81 truck is looking really strong. Luke Mahone is super fast out here tonight. We watched Philip Beaver make his way here towards the front. Also, Zachary Ward now up +2, and also Brandon Fiedler up +5 from where he started in the 39. The biggest mover right now on track is Max Troen, who started towards the rear end of the field. He is in that number 8 Toyota Tundra. He is +10 positions from where he started this race. Keep your eye on Max Troen in the number 8. Let's go ahead and see if we can talk to him real quick out there. Hey Max, it's David Booth. You got me?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey man, you're looking really fast out here tonight. We were just talking about you. You're up +10 spots from where you started this race. So how you feeling about tonight's race at Bristol?
Yeah, I did not know I've been doing that well. I've just been cruising, trying to keep it out of wrecks and whatnot. It's been fun, but I kind of wish we could get a green flag run going here. You know, I want like a 15 or 20 or 30 lap run to get racing some of these guys, because the little bit that I have gotten has been so much fun.
Yeah, that's
But,
kind of what
yeah.
we're all hoping for too as well. We want to see some of them green flag runs and see some good battles here on track here at Bristol. But yeah, that's what we're all kind of hoping for right now.
Yeah, let's hope this one we're about to go green on goes for longer than just 5 laps, you know? But it's still fun, but it's just in little bursts instead, you know?
Yep. Alrighty, man. Good luck out there. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man.
Alrighty, green flag in the air. Luke Mahone and William Karn are going to go to battle here, and it is Zachary Ward now up to the 2nd place position. Actually, he's 3rd. He's battling for 2nd with the 34 truck, and caution back out once again. Caution out for Corey Goodall and Martin Ward this time. There is the 333 truck and the 71. Oh, it's Mark Ward who gets spun. And we're going to go ahead and take another look at Mark Ward here. So the 10 and the 64. And then Corey Goodall kind of just got a little bit of a scrape there from the 10. Alrighty, 6 caution is out of the night. I'm sorry, I was mistaken there a little bit here tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying tonight's race. We're hoping for a good green flag run. We just spoke to a couple different drivers and they all said the exact same thing. Hoping to get those long green flag runs in this race tonight. We've had 33 laps in with 6 cautions. It's kind of how these iRacing races go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. A lot of these guys need to be patient. You know, we got a lot of racing left to go, and we want to see some good racing and some hard battles on track. But right now, I feel like a lot of guys are just kind of making mistakes early on in this race, and it's been real interesting to see everybody as they race each other around this track. So right now, Max Troen is the biggest mover of the race at +13, but also Marshall Dugan right now up in the 4th place position. How about that? He is currently up there towards the front in the number 20. Having a good run so far out there tonight. Mike Whiting, who interestingly enough, he fell back 4 spots from where he started on the pole here tonight. He is the pole sitter for the race, getting those bonus points, and also led a lap here tonight, so he's got some bonus coming his way. We're going to see where he can finish this race tonight. We'll keep an eye on that 22 truck. He is fast. He might just be taking his time and playing it cool early on this race, where a lot of these other guys are really pushing the envelope early on. All right, we're going to go green flag racing this time by. It's still Luke Mahone and William Carrin, the second on the front row. In the second row, you have Zachary Ward and Marshall Dugan. And then in the third row, you got Steve Mormon and Mike Whiting going to battle.
Green flag.
And then green flag in the air. There's the 81 truck taking the lead into turn number 1. He's going to get around the 34 of Luke Mahone. And they're still side by side once again down the backstretch. Look at Zachary Ward getting in position to get up there in the number 5 truck. And right now, Zachary Ward's going to drop down the inside of the 34, but the 34 truck's really blinking, has a bad connection out there tonight. That's going to make it really hard to pass him. Zachary Ward's going to have his hands full right now. Oh, and the 5 car gets tapped from Marshall Dugan. Marshall Dugan just blew the engine going into the pit lane wall, and he's going to have to tow that truck back to pit road. Caution back out. Let's go ahead and take a look here. It looked like the 5 truck actually got loose by himself. Yeah, the 20 had nowhere to go. Look at the 20 truck slamming into the inside wall. Man, you could just hear the motor blow on that truck. Hit that wall so hard, he's going to have to get that truck towed back to pit road. Unfortunate for Marshall Dugan because he was up there towards the front. Already cautioned back out tonight. Mike Whiting was looking at pit road. He's going to stay out, but Max Trowens is going to come down pit road, as well as Wes Gallo in the 07. We haven't talked about Wes much out there tonight. A couple other cars come down pit road. You got Eric Olson, Corey Goodall, and Ashley Ellison Jr. on pit road. .41 laps of 150 here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. David Galloway Jr. says, good luck, everyone. I decided to drop from tonight's event. Too many people with stable internet. I was affected, so I dropped from tonight's race. Good luck, fellas. Unstable, he meant. All good, David Galloway. Thank you for coming out and race with us. Yeah, it's been a little bit crazy out here tonight. Mike Whiting back up to third place position here towards the front. Let's go ahead and take a look at Joe Tardif in the 23 truck. He's got a new paint scheme out there tonight. Good looking truck. A lot of these guys kind of run new paint schemes out there. But that 23 truck is definitely really good looking. I like that paint scheme. And then Wes Gallo out there as well. I think he's running a new paint scheme.
Green flag.
Alrighty, green flag in the air. The 81 truck to the lead over Luke Mahone. Gets a great restart. And Luke Mahone's going to drop down to the inside to get around the 81. And they go side by side. That 34 truck's kind of blinking all over the track. Philip Bieber kind of fell back a little bit. He lost 3 spots. Oh, Brandon Feeler got really loose right there for a moment. That 39 truck lost a ton of ground. Now back to 13th place position. Got a little bit loose there. Now Craig Bridge Jr. is going to go to work with Brandon and see if he can make the pass. Alrighty guys, Steve Mormon up here in the mix. He's up in the 4th place position. Let's go ahead and ride on board with him.
Big crash. Caution.
And caution is back out. Let's go ahead and take a look. Marshall Dugan involved in that 20. Trying to see if he had any help there. It didn't look like it. 20 truck up in the wall. Alrighty, so we have the 8th caution of the night at lap 50 of 150 laps here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Brandon Feeler's going to pull his truck down pit road and make some repairs or get some fuel. Wes Gallo on pit road as well. Marshall says he had a fast truck, felt good too. It's unfortunate. He's looking pretty good out there. You were up there in the front. Already lights are off the pace car. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing this time by. One more lap to go. And we still have Luke Mahone and William Cora in the second up on the front row. Mike Whiting and Steve Mormon will be restarting in that second row.
Green flag.
And green flag in the air. There is your leader of the 81 truck, off to a great restart.
Caution, caution.
And a no surprise caution back out again, and this time Brandon Feeler is involved. Let's take a look. Oh, that truck just kind of snapped around on him. Brian Swope gets a piece of the action as well. Yeah, that just kind of turned around right on him. You can see the rear bumper's all damaged now, pushed in. 9 cautions tonight, guys. 9 cautions. I was really hoping tonight's race wasn't going to be like a repeat of Martinsville from earlier on. But so far, it's not looking pretty good. 56 of 150 laps here has been completed. Looks like a couple cars or trucks out of the race. David Watts started the race. He is out. David Galloway Jr. has backed out. Marshall Dugan has also backed out as well. I'm going to go ahead and pull Marshall up here in the booth. Hey, Marshall, I got you.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not too bad. Been a pretty chaotic race here so far tonight. Haven't really seen too many good racing going on.
No, it's been chaotic, man. I got part of it with Zach Ward. Unfortunately, he got loose, and that ruined, ended my night early almost, and then I just got a little too aggressive. Tried to, I had fresh tires. I was like, well, I'm only 4 laps down. I can make it up, and car snapped loose, and I hit the wall again, and I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about it now.
Man, that's unfortunate too, because yeah, you were up there in the top 5, and you were looking pretty good earlier on.
Yeah, I felt really good. I love Bristol. Bristol, minus Daytona and Talladega, Bristol is one of my favorites, and I felt good, man. I wasn't spinning my tires on the restarts. I was making up a lot of ground on the restarts. But I felt good. Like I could run the bottom, run the middle. I mean, we really didn't have any green flag laps. So I didn't know what the truck would do that early, but it felt good from the little bit of time that we did have.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you, man. I was really hoping you were going to have a good run here tonight, but yeah, unfortunate. I saw that incident where Zachary Ward spun right in front of you. You had nowhere to go, and then you blew the engine there, hitting the wall on the pit road. That was unfortunate as well.
Yeah, I was in the wrong place. I tapped him and it shot me right into the barriers of the pit wall, and I was like, oh no.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'll tell you what, back up here towards the front, Luke Mahone has a really fast truck. His connection, though, has been so spotty this whole race. We've watched him blink a lot here tonight. Willie Corin, though, the caution back out here again for the 10th time.
Something to drink. Get a deep breath.
Yeah, I haven't even had a chance. Well, there's looks like Patrick Calusio is backwards in the turn.
Let's take a look here. Max Troen, Brian Swope. Oh, Brian Swope gets loose, comes down, hits Max Troen. Mark Ward involved. Let me see here. Patrick Calusio looks like he was involved.
Yeah, he Patrick just looped it by his. Oh well, had a little bit of help there.
Oh yeah,
like
spun
Eric
out.
Moore and Ashley Ellison. Yeah, he just had a little bit of help getting the rest of the way around.
Yeah, I think the 18 was already losing it, and then the 911 kind of got in the back of him because he was already sideways.
And it's like a domino effect here, like kind of like what happened to me and Zach Ward. You start getting sideways, you don't really have anywhere to go.
Yep. Yeah, Bristol is so narrow, you got really nowhere to move. And then you're already going so fast into these corners here with this banking, and yeah, that's the result.
I'm really surprised at how many cautions we've had tonight. I thought we'd have more green flag runs than what we did tonight, but I guess I was wrong about that.
Yeah, I was hoping for a good, like, solid 40-50 lap run at least. I don't know if we're going to get that, or unless these guys cool it down a little bit here, and maybe late in the race we'll have a good run. But so far, it has not been that great of racing here at Bristol.
It's kind of like Martinsville. I missed Martinsville, but it's starting to remind me of Martinsville, I guess, because everybody said that they had a lot of cautions in Martinsville too. So
yeah, I was going to say, with 64 laps in here tonight, we're almost on track to beat the record for most cautions this season. Martinsville, I believe, had 17 or 18 cautions that race.
oh, we might beat that tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, we might be on track to beat that. I hope not, but man, there's still a lot of racing left to go, and hopefully these guys get this straightened out.
Yeah, the big issue with these trucks is going into the turns, they're really loose. It's just like I didn't have any problems. Like if you roll, like you got to drive them in harder and kind of burp the throttle, roll the throttle, and you're fine. But looks like we're getting ready to go green flag racing again.
Yep, lights are off the pace car. Looks like we're going green flag racing this lap.
I
Man.
tell you what, I'm really surprised and impressed. Zach Ward looks like he's back up to 4th after that little contact that me and him had.
Yeah, he lost control of the truck there, and I thought he was going to get sent towards the back, but he manages to save it, and now he's back up there towards the front, restarted on that second row. Looking pretty solid so far. Green flag in the air.
Zach Ward on the outside, good run. Looks like he'll be going down to the bottom, trying to get the second.
On the inside of the 81 truck, looking pretty good.
Looks like it's William Caron in the 81 on the outside. He caution out again.
Wes Gallo,
Did you see any
Greg
rubber laying
Bridge.
down at all?
I think Craig Bridge lost control here. Let's take a look. Yeah, went into the corner. Oh man, he tried to correct it, overcorrected, and spun it right up into the 07.
Oh yeah, that's what happened to me. It snaps loose on that bottom and it pulls you right to the outside wall. I feel bad for Wes Gallo because he might be done for tonight. As I don't know if he might have used a fast repair earlier because he was up front with me for a while.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. The 07 looks like he's trying to go. It looks like he's able to limp that truck maybe back to pit road here. I think the 94 though, I'm not sure. Yup, 94 had to it.
Yeah, that's the bad thing with these short tracks. If you have to tow, that 2.5 minutes of towing at the short track is forever. At least, you know, the bigger tracks like Daytona and Talladega, you got some time, but not here.
Yeah, you lose a lot of laps here once you tow it back to pit road.
I lost 4 laps when I towed after I hit the wall on, you know, the water barriers there in pit road. And
Now, the only plus side of that is if you do go a lap down, 2 laps down, 3 laps down, if you just go in defense mode and just try and keep it clean, there's so many cautions here tonight, you might get a chance to get back to the lead lap.
well, that's what I had tried. I was 4 laps down, but like I said, I got in my head. I knew I had a fast truck. I was like, well, if I can start passing some cars, then, you know, I'll be able to, you know, get my laps back eventually. But then I got loose on the bottom, and that just ruined the thing. And I had 8 minutes of repairs, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. We got, what, Talladega next week for the trucks, I believe, or whatever week it is we run, and I'm just going to move on to Talladega and the trucks and be happy with it.
Heck yeah, I don't blame you one bit there. But yeah, let's take a look at the schedule. Next week, we are at Talladega in the trucks. Yep. 75 laps at Talladega. That's going to be an exciting one.
And you know me, if there's any track I can race at, it's going to be Daytona or Talladega.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm already licking my chops.
I don't blame you. I would be all over that. That'd be one good race to run.
All right, so let's see. We'll get ready to go green flag again.
Green flag.
Looks like Luke Mahone's going to lead him to the green. Got a good start.
Yep, leaves the 81 in its dust, and then Zachary Ward all over the bumper of the 81, trying to make the pass on the inside this time.
He looks like he's got the 60 of Philip Beaver moving up there.
Yeah, these
And
4
Phillip
trucks
Beaver-
up here in the top 4 have been super fast all the race long.
Philip Beaver looks like he's bringing Marty Culver with him. Marty
Yeah.
Culver's underneath of Steve Mormon right now.
Yeah, don't look now, but Marty Calvert making his way up there towards the top 5.
Zach Ward is, you know, he's happy with the bottom. He's content on the bottom. He's giving Philip Beaver the outside. Beaver on the outside. Beaver's got to run. He's going to clean. Look, caution flag again.
Yep, caution out for what, the 12th time here tonight?
I stopped counting, to be honest.
Brandon Feeler involved. Oh, Brandon spun by himself. So how is the grip level out there tonight? Looks like a lot of these guys having a really hard time.
It's tricky. It's pretty tricky. Like I said, if you go into the turns, if you don't drive it hard into the turns, it's gonna snap loose going in, and it'll snap loose in the middle of the turn too, depending on when you pick up the throttle. I found out the fast way around is just I drive it in hard and I just let off the throttle. I don't even use brake here. I just let off the throttle and just coast the truck around the turn. Just let it carry you around and then pick up the speed. And you know, it worked for me for a while, and yeah. But I mean, it's tricky. We're not ran enough green flag laps to put any rubber down on the track, so it's going to be a little tricky.
Yep, couple trucks on pit road. Zachary Ward, Steve Mormon, Matt Heel, Joe Tardif, Corey Goodall, Brandon Feeler, Patrick Lucio on pit road. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these guys, even Zachary Ward getting loose out there, and it's crazy to see some of these fast guys even losing control, like Brandon Feeler losing control.
Yeah, it's why I'm upset, man, because I feel like if I was able to miss Zach Ward, if me and him didn't have that little incident, I'm not gonna say I would have had a chance at winning the race, but I feel like I could have been a top 5 truck for the most part, because I felt really good. Like, I might have gotten loose once or twice, but other than that, I was pretty good. I knew my zones, my marks, and all that. And, you know, mistakes happen, accidents happen. You just regroup and you move on to next week.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, unfortunately, at some of these tracks, and you just got to keep it positive.
And it sucks because compared to last season, I've had more bad luck this season than I did last season. Like, what am I doing wrong this year?
Yeah, I had that my very last year that I ran full-time in this league. I had that year, and I was so down about it. I was just like, that's it. I'm just going to go broadcast mode. And I still get the itch to go back racing full-time again. But yeah, my last season I ran, I was the exact same way. I didn't win a race all year long, and I was feeling pretty down, but you can't feel that way. You still got to try and keep a positive mindset on it.
Well, looks like we're going to go green now. Looks like Luke Mahone. Oh, the 81 got a good start with him this time.
Yeah, he did. He's on the inside, about to make the pass in the 34. But the 34, man, he's like a rocket ship.
And you got Philip Beaver and Marty Culvert right behind him. But Luke Mahone right now is the class of the field. He's got a good start. He's looking good on the outside.
He needs to do something about that connection, though.
Yeah, he's been blinking. Me and Zach Ward told him a few times that he's been blinking pretty bad. And he's blinking again.
It makes it really hard to pass, especially at these short tracks when you see him and you don't, and then you're not, anticipating where he's going to be. It makes it really hard to pass.
Yeah, because you might think you're going to pass him, and then all of a sudden you're not clear. He's in your bumper, and you created a mess. But I tell you what, the 81 is not letting him get away. The 81 is sticking with him pretty good.
Yeah,
William Karen is.
I know. I'm having a hard time too. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, William, but yeah, he's looking really good. He's right on his bumper, catching him.
He's on caution again. What do we have? What's it for now?
13 cautions tonight. Brandon Feeler involved once again. Man, he is just having a bad night out there. Joe Tardif involved. Brandon got spun around. Let's take a look.
Actually, Brandon got Well, Brandon spun out on his own. It looks like he tried to check up maybe for the 23 at Tardif.
That's what I was
And then-
wondering.
So Tardif looks like he lost it. Well, hold on. Let me go to Tardif. Tardif looks like is where it started. Yeah, Tardif. Yeah, he was right behind. It looks like the 6 truck.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
23 lost control, tried to save it, and I think Brandon saw that happening. And we can even go and watch AIM truck camera and take a look.
And then Derek Moore got a part of it again.
Yeah, I think Brandon just overcorrected there as well. He saw the man, Craig Bridge had nowhere to go, slams into him.
So, with this caution, the cars that pitted, or the trucks that pitted a couple laps ago, like Zach Ward and those guys, Mormon, that took the tires and fuel, they are now up front. They will probably be the leader, because I think the guys up front finally came down to pit road and pitted.
Yep, leaders came down pit road. You got a William Corrin and Luke Mahone, Marty Calvert, and they all pitted. And then Zachary Ward, Matthew Heel, Steve Mormon, they took over the lead. So they're up there towards the front now.
So that might benefit them. If we keep getting these cautions the way we are, that might benefit them. But I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed and hoping we go green flag racing for a little bit.
I am too. Hopefully we get some good racing. I want to see some good battles here at Bristol.
Tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing you back on the track again. It was nice racing with you a couple weeks ago when you jumped in with us and ran with us.
Yeah,
for that
Vegas.
one race.
Vegas was a lot of fun, and those Xfinity cars, I have a blast racing them. They're a blast. I love having the H pad, like even the truck series, having the H pattern shifter. It's no fun having the sequential now with the next gens.
Yeah, I'm still old-fashioned, man. I still got the paddles on the wheel. I still use the wheel paddles.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Are you run the Logitech wheel?
No, I'm all Thrustmaster, man. I'm a Thrustmaster. Let's see. I got the TLCM pedals, and then which are the upgraded pedals, but the wheel is a PMX Pro, I think it is. But I mean, it works. It's doing great. I'm looking at getting a Moza or the new direct drive Thrustmaster. So, but I love Thrustmaster, man. I've been with them since day one, and it's an old setup TMX, and I've run this good with it. Once I get direct drive, these guys might have some competition.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got the Logitech H pattern shifter, and man, I love it. It's fun.
Looks like we're going green now. Zach Ward's got a good start, and looks like Matt Heel's got
Matt Heel, the 53, takes over the lead from Zachary Ward.
Yeah. Zach Ward back to the bottom. Steve Mormon right behind him, but Matthew Heel running that outside.
Keep an eye on that 53 truck. He won last time in the trucks here at Martinsville.
And there's the caution
Clear your
again.
stuff, clear your head.
Yeah, Matthew Hill won at Martinsville, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, he was the last one to win it in the trucks at Martinsville. Let's see, Jeff Laraway, I think, and then Philip Beaver.
You gotta
Mike
wonder.
Whiting got into the 71 there a little bit, and then also I see Philip Beaver. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh, the 81 got loose. Oh, and he tapped the 60. Yeah, the 81 truck got loose, and then as he was turning around, the 60 got in the back end of him.
watching Jeff Laraway. It looks like they were almost 3 wide. You can't do 3 wide here in the trucks, and I don't know who turned them, but they barely touched, and yeah, makes me wonder though, like some of these trucks, they got to be out of fast repairs, so how many trucks are left?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it's looking. I'm actually pretty impressed because we have a lot of cars still on the lead lap. Right now, 14 trucks are all on the lead lap.
I could have probably stayed out there. Let's see. I'm 52 laps down. Well, when I came up with you in the booth, I was 10, I think. No, I think I made the right call because I would have got bored just pacing around the track.
Yeah, just riding around.
Yeah, I got to have some action.
Yeah, and then if you get the lucky dog, you got to make sure you don't touch anybody, otherwise you lose it.
Yep. Yep.
That's the hardest
Exactly.
part.
Yep. Stay off the wall and stay out of trouble, and I don't think I could have done that for a lot of laps. I
Yeah,
mean,
man, I've been there, done that. You get so excited. You're like, all right, I'm going to get the lucky dog. I'm the next one in line. All I got to do is keep it clean, and then you get caught up in something or somebody
Yep.
taps you, and there you go. It goes to somebody else.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just wish I.
How about Fiedler up there in the mix? He had a lot of spins and a lot of bad luck go his way this race, but now he's right there up in 4th place.
He's up in 4th. Mormon's back up to 3rd. Luke Mahone back up to 5th. Man, it's getting ready to get interesting. If we can get a green flag run here, we're about to see some good racing. We're gonna find out who's got the truck to beat.
Green flag in the air on lap number 97. Matt Heel and Zachary Ward side by side, and Heel's going to take over the lead. Oh, they crossed over.
Took over the lead, and Zach Ward crossed him up.
Oh,
and then
no,
there's
they're wrecking
Beaver.
again.
Yeah, did my radio sound bad?
Marty Calvert
Yeah, it's Marty Calvert. Yep.
and Joe Tardif. Let's see who started that.
Thought it's Philip Beaver there for a minute, but it was Marty Calvert and Luke Mahone. I think it looks like Luke Mahone might have blinked, and Marty Calvert did not know he was down there. And when he came down to the bottom, that was all she wrote.
Yeah. Seeing, yeah, Marty and Luke Mahone, and then Joe Tardif just got caught up in it.
And Philip Beaver and Joe Tardif. Tardif got spun around as they were braking.
Oh,
But
the
I'm
60
not-
of Philip Beaver got into the 23, and that's what caused him to spin around.
Right. Well, I'm watching it now, and what initiated the spin is actually netcode, believe it or not. There's a little bit of a gap there, and then when Tardif spun around, yeah, there's a little bit of netcode there, Beaver and Tardif, from my view. So that's unfortunate for Tardif.
Yeah, he's been
But-
struggling all race long with all these cautions and wrecks. There's just nowhere to go, and he's been getting caught up in a lot of it. Unfortunate for him.
But that blinking with Luke Mahone, I believe, was the culprit of this one, because it looks like Marty Calvert was he wanted the bottom, and it looks like Luke Mahone might have blinked out for a little bit. When Marty finally went to the bottom of that turn, Luke Mahone appeared, and when he appeared, that just,
I'm gonna pull up Steve real quick and see how things are going. Hey, Steve, it's me and Marshall. You got us?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, man, crazy race out there real quick. We got one lap under caution to go, but man, how's this race going so far for you?
Going well. Staying clean. I'm finding the bottom lane to be pretty effective. Maybe on a long run it would be most effective, but all these guys are riding like the middle to high, and so I got to find that if I want to have a chance to win.
How is the grip out there, buddy?
Fine for me. It can get a little crazy if you're coming in too hot, but you know, so far it's okay. Knock on wood.
Alrighty, Steve. Thanks for talking with us. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Good luck, buddy. We're going green flag here, and Eel got a good start. Zach Ward drops off a little bit.
Yeah, that 53 truck is fast. He's going to be the one guy you're going to have to get around and beat here tonight. Once he gets up there to the lead, as he did, it's going to be hard to pass him back.
I'll be honest, I think Zach Ward might be saving his stuff, because if you notice, he's been committed to the bottom most of the night. He's not ventured out to the outside line yet. It makes me wonder if he knows something that we don't.
Well, there are 16 cautions so far. Marty Calvert, Eric Olson.
So for those of you that sports bet, anybody want to do a over and under? Can we break the record tonight compared to Martinsville?
So with Marty Calvert having such bad luck, does that mean Christopher Bell's going to be having bad luck this week?
So your money should not be on Christopher Bell this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If any of you guys are out there watching, the reference we're making is because earlier in the year, Marty Calvert won 3 races in a row, and Christopher Bell won 3 races in a row. The two of those two guys both won the same races. It was really odd, but we were all talking about betting on C. Bell whenever Marty Calvert won.
Yeah, C. Bell, Christopher Bell, he's a great guy. I don't know. I know you're a NASCAR guy. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to meet him, but I met C. Bell at Charlotte well, not years ago, but a couple years back. He brought his sprint car there. We had a private test session one night. I got to talk to him and hang out with him. Great guy. He looks like a kid, but man, he's a great guy. You know, nice, polite. He's just a great guy to be around.
Yeah, I've never met him personally. I think the only drivers I really met was Reed Sorensen and Elliott Sadler. I met at an autograph session once, but haven't talked to too many of the actual drivers. That's pretty cool.
That's a good thing about working at Charlotte Motor Speedway for a few years that I did. I got to meet so many people. Richard Petty, Jeff Gordon a few times. Brad Keselowski. Brad was, he was awesome. Justin Allgaier. Great group of guys.
That is awesome. That's pretty cool. Definitely jealous.
Yeah, it was a great job. I miss it, but maybe one day I'll go back.
Who do you think's gonna have the restart this time? The 53 or the 5?
I'm gonna take the 53. The 53. Heel's been quick on the outside. Outside's where you want to restart.
Yeah, he's off to a good restart once again. Zachary Ward hanging on to the inside. And that 53 gets that run off that corner, and they just get launched down that backstretch straightaway.
I think if we can get some green flag laps in, I think Zach Ward will be okay. Once you get some, whoa, somebody just got loose. But once you get some heat in the tires and you get some green flag laps, we'll find out who's got what.
Yeah, that's.
And there's another caution.
Well, there's 17.
Correct, coming into pit road.
And what's our record? 19?
I think Martinsville had 17 or 18, so I think we're about to beat the record.
Well, good call for sports betting. Whoever took the over, you're looking pretty good.
Alrighty, let's see. I got to get caught up in the chat here. Troy Force says, "Damn, that's a sexy voice."
I wonder who he's talking about.
Your boy Troy over here.
Oh boy, Troy, that's a good one. Good laugh there, buddy. Glad to see you watching again. I appreciate you watching week in and week out with everybody else for Bi-State Racing. I want to give Bi-State Racing a shout out real quick since I'm on the air with you. It's my buddy Artie Abbott out of Del Mar, Delaware. He's got a 600cc micro sprint. For those of you that are on Facebook, give that team a follow. He's just out there having fun, looking to get some, track time. It's Bi-State Racing or Bi-State Bandits. I think it's Bi-State Racing. But give those guys a follow. I might post a link later on for anybody who wants to follow them, support them, whatever. he's just out there, you know, living his dream. He, you know, he's an everyday, you know, Monday through Friday guy, works hard. So he's out there just having fun. So want to give them guys a shout out for all that they do.
Awesome. Sounds good. Jeff Laraway on pit road this time.
What's the odds that we finish under caution?
That's a good point. I don't know. I mean, are we taking bets now?
I mean, I might open up a little tab down there and
In the chat, Ash to Ash's TV says Steve, and they said they'll take over 20 cautions.
over 20.
Yeah, over
All right.
20. That's a good bet. I'm going to say we're going to have at least 20. That race is winding down though. We're on lap 114 and 150, so I don't know how many more we can squeeze in here, but it's definitely going to be at least 20 in my opinion.
Yeah, we're at what, 17 now?
I'm going to go with 21.
Okay. All right, that's a safe number. I like 21. You know what? I'm a little bit of a gambler myself, so I'm on a gamble. I'm gonna say 19. I feel like we might get a good green flag run here. And,
I sure hope so. I really hope these guys can pull it together and then have a nice long green flag run here to the end. That'd be awesome.
Yes, yes. I want to see what Zach Ward's got for Matthew Hill. And Matthew Hill with a great start.
That'd probably throw a lot of these guys' strategy off if we have one green flag run. And the guys that thought, oh, nope, there it is, 18.
Well,
Patrick Calusio involved.
man, well, the under's not looking good now.
Ash to Ashes says Martinsville had 19 cautions. Well, thank you very much for that stat because I didn't have it written down somewhere. So I really appreciate that, Ash. And yeah, 19. We're about to tie it.
David, I gotta say, we need to pay you for these caution fest races. So like Martinsville and Bristol, we gotta make sure you get paid for this.
I don't get paid for anything, but yeah.
I know. It amazes me. Like, you volunteer your time, you give up your Thursday nights to do this for us, and I truly appreciate it. I love it, man. It's every Monday I go into work, I'm like, oh, guys, let's push through the work week, get to Thursday, because I can't wait to get to Thursday.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I look forward to it every week, man. Like, I tell the guys at
too.
work, it's like, hey, man, watch me. You know, the guy broadcasts, like, he does a great job, you know. It's...
Looks like Laraway got the free pass this time. Alrighty, so we are at 19, or wait, is this 18?
I believe this might be 18.
This is 18.
And Brandon Fiedler up to third.
Yeah, how about that? He really turned this race around, and I was kind of worried about who I was going to interview after halfway through this race. That's why I kind of picked Steve, because I'm like, Steve's having a really good race out there. He's going to have a good level head on his shoulders. But everybody else, I'm like, man, what are they going to say? What, you know, I'm just worried about who I bring up, and tempers are probably hot right now after all these cautions.
We'll say, Ashley Ellison Jr. is hanging in there up to 11. I'm pretty impressed and surprised with that.
But yeah, Ash, I'm going to go with 21 cautions. That's going to be my number, and we'll see what we get to.
Yep, we'll see what we can get to. Right now, the biggest mover of the race looks like Max Trulling from 22 to 8. No, actually, Heel 20th to first, so...
Yeah, it's right now it's Matt Heel. He's on the lead car, or lead truck rather. He is 19 from where he started.
So let's see.
Green flag.
Green flag this time. Heel with another good start. The 81 of William Carr and Karen. I'm gonna go with Karen. That sounds better. On the outside, Zach Ward is really committed to the bottom though.
Man,
so
he really is. He's trying to work that inside row. He's doing a great job, but that top line gets that run off the corner, and it's super fast. As you can see, the 53 truck.
And there's the caution again.
Bud, why don't you give me status on your car there?
And we got Wes Gallo involved.
Again, it's a heartbreak for him.
He's got
There's
a
gonna
really
be a-
cool paint scheme on that truck.
He does. I was looking at it under caution at the start of the race, and I thought it's really cool. He keyed up on the bike and he said, "I got you this time, Marshall." He beat me on the restart. I was like, "Well, you could have the bottom, but yeah, his truck, his paint scheme looked really cool tonight."
Yeah, looks like he just lost control. Manages to keep it off the wall, and nobody hit him.
It looks like Ash to Ash's TV says, "I'll say 23 cautions for tonight."
23, okay. Man, we just might.
We're working on
123
it.
laps.
It's possible.
Yeah, we're getting here towards the end. I wonder how many we can squeeze in with the time we got left, but yeah, it's getting there. I mean, then you got to think about the overtime, and so, yeah, I mean, we could go 25 the rate we've been going.
Yeah, I hope not. Let's finish this race under green, guys. Man, I wish there was a way we could bring back the digger cam.
Yeah, I
be
know.
nice.
I saw you posting that the other day and talking about it. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember when digger was popular. My daughter, she's 15 now, but when she was a little kid, a little baby, digger was popular. When I went to Dover, I used to go to Dover every year. I bought her a little digger teddy bear. Well, it's not a teddy bear, but a like stuffed animal, and it was the female version. It was his female companion, and I brought it back home to her. She loved that thing.
Nice, that's awesome. I didn't even realize they made the stuffed animal one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They when they came to Dover that one year, they had digger and then the woman version and a couple other ones. But man, I love digger. Digger is cool. Like they put the camera right on the apron. Like you couldn't beat that.
I wonder why they stopped doing that. I wonder if the cameras kept getting hit, or if it was just they didn't want to spend the money on it, or what.
It's NASCAR, to be honest. Lord knows with them. It looks like the lights are off on the pace car again. We're going to try this once again.
Yeah, 125 and 150. Could be 126 on the restart here.
Green, green, green.
And green flag in the air. Zachary Ward and Matt Heel go side by side at the line, and it's Matt Heel to the lead. Look at Luke Mahone charging up through the field. Now up to second, gets around Zachary Ward.
Yep, second Ward on the bottom, committed to the bottom for some reason. And it looks like the 81 of, there he goes.
Oh, the 81 just smacked in the back of the 5 truck.
Caution.
No.
That was a heartbreak.
And there's caution number 20. 24 laps to go. Caution is out for William Carr and Zachary Ward.
Zach Ward went to the outside of one car and went to the bottom, and he looks like he just got loose and.
Oh, and Joe Tardif once again gets involved by no fault of his own.
Yep, there's a little wiggle. If you watch, the 81 has a little wiggle, and when he wiggled, that sent him up into Zach Ward.
Yeah.
I feel. And Joe Tardif, like you said, gets involved again.
I'm going to pull him up in here. Hey, Joe, it's David Marshall in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, first things first, I want to give you a shout-out. Great-looking truck, by the way. Awesome-looking paint scheme. Man, you just cannot stay out of trouble. I've seen a lot of cautions out here tonight, and you just had nowhere to go. Just unfortunate all race long.
Yeah, just bad luck, but this has been ridiculous. This is, I don't even have words to describe tonight.
Yep, 20 cautions. That's probably the record all season long. Next, I think we've just beat Martinsville. I think Martinsville had 19.
Just there's no patience tonight. People know you have to kind of take it a little easy in the corner, and just nobody's doing it.
Right.
Just an excuse. I do not look forward to coming here or Martinsville the rest of the season.
Yeah, I know. These short track, we were looking so forward to Bristol, and then we had no green flag runs here tonight, and it's just been nuts.
Yeah, I'm currently in the pits with 12 minutes of damage because my right rear housing is thrown over to the left. So
I take it
Fun,
you probably
fun,
used
fun.
up all your fast repairs too, huh?
had to use the one earlier when I got spun by the beaver truck. I was so looking forward to this race.
Which one's
So
the
looking
Beaver
forward to
truck?
this. The 60.
Philip Beaver.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, Philip Beaver.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was so looking forward to this track. I just did a Xfinity race with some Xfinity drivers, felt confident, did pretty well, and then just whatever this is.
Yep, I hear you. All right, Joe. Well, thanks for talking with us, and I'm sorry it hasn't gone your way tonight and just been an unfortunate race for you.
Okay, we got three. We've got Dega, Kansas, and Texas coming up. So 3 good tracks for me.
Hey, man, those are good tracks, and I know you're really good at them super speedways, too.
Yeah, can't wait.
All right, Joe. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
Pace car's off. Looks like we're going green flag racing again.
This
And
time it's
he
Luke
was a-
Mahone on the inside.
Yep. And he with a good start. Going on the inside.
Yeah, Zachary Ward got wrecked on that last restart, and now it's
Brandon Fiedler on the outside.
yeah, Brandon making it up there in the mix.
Oh, it
Contact
is.
between the two teammates there. Well, they're not
Yes.
actually teammates, but they're friends.
Yep. They're real good friends, and it's.
That was a lot of contact.
Box is out.
Man, he was licking his chops though for a minute.
Yeah, he was. He was. The 81 involved in a wreck. Oh, it looked like Eric Olson made a little bit of contact and then tried to straighten out, and then the 81 got into him. Let's take another look.
Actually, I'm gonna go rewind a little bit. It's the 64. Who's the 64 truck?
Eric Olson.
Okay, yep. It looks like Zach Ward gave him a little nudge because Eric Olson checked up going into the turn, and it turned Eric Olson and, well, almost turned Eric Olson. Eric Olson saved it for a minute.
Yeah, he saved it, and then I think he just kept losing it and then corrected or overcorrected.
Yeah. But it got interesting up front with Luke Mahone and was it Brandon Fiedler?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know who's going to win this one.
I don't know now.
It's been an interesting race, and honestly, Matt Heel is super fast out there, but with Luke Mahone now back up towards the lead, he's been he has really good restarts, so I'm curious to see how he's going to restart on these and then take over that lead. But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. Obviously, the leader, you're going to want to restart on the outside. And all restarts are on green too, right? I believe that's how our leg works. Restarts are on green.
Yep, all restarts are on
Yep.
green.
It's not like you can get like a little bit of a jump. So you're just going to have to try and time it right there in the restart zone. You're just going to have to guess and Steve Mormon hanging tough though. He's third. Mark Ward.
I was just going to say that. Mark Ward up to the third place position. Look at that.
Mark Ward is. I'm happy for the guy. I really am. And Patrick Calusio has worked his way back up there a little. West Gallo. So it's going to be interesting if we get some green flag laps here. And Zach Ward is not out of it. He's back there lurking on the bottom.
Yeah, he's up there in the mix. Green flag in the air. Here we go.
He with a good start. Mahone on the bottom. Zach Ward, good run on the bottom. Looks like he's going to clear. It's his dad, right? Mark Ward is his dad, I
Mark
believe,
Ward's
right?
his dad, yep. Man, look at these two leaders, though. They're just pulling away from the field.
Caution. You're doing that, homeboy.
And a caution again.
22. Well, there goes my number. Darn. I was so close.
And you know what? I'm just going to stop calling people's names
Yep,
because
Patrick Lucio involved.
Patrick Lucio, Mark Ward.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
Mark
those
Ward
guys are doing so good up there in the front, too. And yep, that's
Lucio
unfortunate.
got loose, and Mark Ward nowhere to go. Just, yep, yeah.
All right, well, Ash to Ashes says 23, and well, we got one more to go. Did you have a number?
Well, I had 19. I gambled a little bit. I said I'm going to go with the under and take 19, thinking we'd go, green flag. But nope. So I lost my money.
Yeah, I know. I lost mine too. 22 cautions so far tonight. 10 laps to go. So Ash to Ashes, we got one more caution to go to get your number. Let's see if we're going to have more than that, though.
I will say this, for those of you guys that are watching tonight, I promise you, Talladega next week in the trucks won't be like this. You won't want to miss it.
And that's
Wide,
the crazy
wide
thing
end.
is usually those super speedways, we have a lot of cautions, but, we're going to have way less than this, and we're going to have a lot of green flag racing. It's going to be a fun race to watch. I'm excited for Talladega.
Yes, I am too. Well, mainly because I love my super speedways, but not just that. It's the trucks, man. These trucks, we put on some good racing in these trucks. I know last year there was some good racing in the trucks, and bring them back to Talladega next week. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. So stay tuned, you guys. You're in for a treat next week.
Yeah, Talladega is going to be a really good one to watch. I so badly want to race that one, but
I mean, do it. I'm not against it. I know.
I know. I'm going to broadcast it. I think I'm going to wait for maybe another mile and a half, or we'll see.
You ought to run the All-Star race, man.
Maybe I'll do. Xfinity at Texas the week after. I might have to do that one. Although I'm terrible at Texas. Texas is a weird track.
It is. It is weird. I tell you a track I wish we could race at, Chicagoland.
Yeah, I know. I had it on the schedule last year. That's one of my favorite tracks because I'm from there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, aren't you from that area?
Yeah.
So I need to go back up front because we're about to go green.
Green flag.
Alrighty, green flag in the air. Matt Heel, Luke Mahone side by side. Zachary Ward back up in the mix.
Zach Ward all over Luke Mahone.
Yeah, Max Troen up in the mix too. And here comes Marty Calvert in the 16.
Mahone got a little loose. Zach Ward on the bottom. Zach Ward's going to pull even with him, and a caution again.
Steve Mormon involved this time. Ash to Ashes says, I'm thinking I undershot it. Well, there's your 23 number. We got to go 6 more laps to end this thing. I guarantee we're going to have one more.
Yes. But, okay, Ash to Ashes, question for you now, since you're following along. What's your pick, the 53 or the 5? I like the 34 because Luke Mahone's been up front most of the race, but I think Zach Ward is he's saving something. He's got something underneath that belt that we don't know about, and I'm gonna take Zach Ward to pull this off.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, who you got to win this race? And anybody that's watching, we got 18 viewers out there tonight watching this race. Who do you guys want to see win this thing, and who are you picking to win it? Or maybe you don't think they're going to win, but who are you rooting for out there tonight? Let us know in the comments. And I'd appreciate it. Talk to some of you guys. But yeah, Matt Heel looking really strong. Zachary Ward hasn't won a race in a while. He's currently running second. But Luke Mahone is super fast in that 34 truck. And then don't count Marty Calvert out, who's won about 5-6 races this year. He's up there in the top 5, so really anybody's race so far late in this race.
Is it Calvert or is it Beaver? One of those guys wins, and Seabell most likely will win that week too.
Calvert's the one with all the wins this year.
Yeah, so it's Calvert. So, all right. So I'm rethinking.
Sounds like someone just blew up.
Oh no!
Did I just hear a truck blow up? I wonder if that was somebody on pit road.
Might have been.
Looks like Ashley Ellison and
Cardiff, Ellison, Craig Bridge.
They're all on pit road.
William Aaron, Philip Beavers 8 laps. Looks like the lights are out on the pace car.
53, if we keep these 1 to 2 lap runs, Heel is just about untouchable on restarts, Ashley said.
Yeah, Ash to Ash says 53 if we up, so good pick. We're bound and determined to go green flag racing here for a little bit, so let's see what happens.
I think they're right. I think if we have these little, it's 3 laps to go right now, but yeah, if we have these little 1 lap run or 2 lap runs, it's only going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the 53 in victory lane.
Yeah, unless we can go green, but he got a good start. Zach Ward was sleeping a little bit, but look, Zach Ward moved to the outside that quick, and he's gaining on Matt Heel. He needs a
final
couple
lap.
more laps.
White flag in here already.
Oh,
look at, Zachary Ward.
And he turns it going, oh no.
Oh man, he tried to give it his all, and then they're going to stack up right there at the finish line. Matt Heel wins the race. Zachary Ward sent it as hard as he could and goes sideways across the finish line.
He did. He sent it, got loose, and I will say a couple more laps he might have had him.
Alrighty, that was a crazy finish. We're going to have to watch that again, but let's see if Matt Heel does his victory burnout here.
Oh, you know he's gonna burn the house down.
So Matthew Heel, number 53, he wins it here tonight at Bristol. Crazy, chaotic, caution-filled race. Finds his way to victory lane.
Yes, and we set a new record this season. What, 23?
23 caught. Wait, is it 24? Shoot, now I don't. What was it?
Well, we were 23, and we just ran the last 2 or 3 under green, so I'm going to say 23 or 24. Either way, we set a record tonight.
We set a record tonight. We'll have to go back and look. I think it was 24 cautions, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go ahead and pull up Matthew Heel up here in the booth and interview him. Hey, Matt, it's David and Marshall up here in the booth. You got us?
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Hey, man, congratulations finding victory lane here at Bristol Motor Speedway. You were unbelievably fast here tonight. You tied Max Troen for most positions gained at plus 19 from where you started. I see you taking it up there to victory lane right now. But, man, walk us through this race. I know it was chaotic, but what was your opinion out there tonight?
Oh, that was a really chaotic race. I practiced like 15th or 18th position. I didn't think that I was going to have it tonight. And it really just all came down to position. I mean, you saw how many yellows, came out tonight. It was, very, very difficult to pass. It was very, top lane dependent. The bottom lane, you just kind of, your rear tires would kick out, and then that would, wad up 5 cars. So I kept watching the pit cycle there. I knew that tires were really important, and when I seen, 75 to go, I decided to come down to, grab my last set of tires and just kind of see where everything went. And then I just got really lucky because the whole front half of the field decided to pit on the very next yellow, and we were just able to hold them off. I mean, every single caution, I was just, breathe it out like, is this going to be the lap where I get just smashed into the wall off of 2? Because there were a couple times, but I appreciate everybody, running respectable up there and, not smashing me out of the way when, when there's 20 cautions in a race, it, makes you want to drive a little bit worse. And I think a lot of that just manifested tonight in the back of the field. But pretty disappointed with all the cautions. I know these guys are better than that. So, you know, we'll take this as a bad week, and hopefully we'll come back. We got an off week next week and be a lot better. But just happy to bring the height I buy power number 53 in victory lane and back-to-back truck starts. I've always been really good in the truck series, so whenever I seen a truck race on the schedule, I always had it circled on my calendar, and it's usually one that I can compete at. So happy to be in victory lane.
Yeah, now it's awesome you say that because I did mention that before we got started here tonight. You were the last guy to win in the truck series at a short track at Martinsville, so congratulations for going technically back-to-back wins in the trucks. Yeah, that's awesome to see, and obviously you're really good at these short tracks, so congratulations on the win. But man, yeah, we were so hoping for a green flag or a big green flag run here at Bristol to really watch some good battles play out on track. It's just unfortunate that we had the record for most amount of cautions so far this year. But man, what a crazy race. So hopefully we don't have any of that moving forward. But man, yeah, good. Congratulations, man. You are a class of the field and made your way through the field, make it look easy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that a ton, and I want to give a big thank you to the broadcast for sticking through that one. I'm sure it probably wasn't too entertaining with cautions every other lap, but we appreciate you guys sticking it out, and hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks with a lot greener of a race where we can, start making passes again.
Definitely, man. Hey, I wish we could go to more victory lanes at more tracks. I love that they let you do that here at Bristol. It's pretty cool.
Ah, it's so awesome. I love this update. There's a few race victory lanes that you can drive into. I found the invisible wall in the back though, so I think I scrunched my nose up still. I always joke because I've been to Bristol many times with the Arc Menards and Truck Series, and I've been friends with the winner in a few of them, and it's like, where's victory lane? We can't find it, and he's driving through the garage area. So it's always a chuckle trying to find victory lane. But I love Bristol. This is always a really, really cool track. With such a small infield, they do a really great job at, managing how everything runs on the real life side. So, and it's a really cool track. This is probably one of the coolest racetracks that I've ever been to. And to be able to notch a win here, this being, I think, my first win ever at Bristol in iRacing. I'm usually not too great at this track. It's, I'm good at short tracks, but when it comes down to short tracks that are like WWT, Richmond, or Bristol, I usually fall a little bit behind. So it's cool to, finally get that win and, secure another dub in the Fun League.
Awesome, Matt. Well, I appreciate it. Marshall, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, so Matt, I know we raced earlier tonight. Fortunately, I got, worst into the stick, but looks like your truck handled really well on the outside. Is that where the grip was for you, or could you just go anywhere tonight?
Honestly, I was searching around for grip all practice and all the race, and I never really found it. What I found to be is, just having a clean truck. Is with 75 to go when I took my last set of tires, I said this is going to be my last time going down pit road, so I took my fast repair and repaired my truck, and it was just a lot faster. So I think, as soon as you knocked that thing in the wall, it just knocked a tenth off and just made you really tight in the corners, because I could just really drive away in the center of the corner, like I couldn't do prior to getting the fast repair. But it really seemed like the middle of the racetrack seemed to be the best. If you got too close to the wall, it just got too tight. Even though you were kind of able to roll the momentum, you were just kind of burning your tires off. And then we all see what happened when trucks try to pass on the low side. Rear tires would kick out, and then that would be the next yellow. But it seemed like the middle of the track was the best call. But to be honest, I'm not really sure. We didn't really get to run too many green flag laps on it. But just happy that I was able to survive the chaos, and that one fast repair, I guess, saved me. Otherwise, I think I probably would have been in the back for the most of the race.
Yeah, congrats on the win. I'm happy for you, man. I know we talked earlier, so congrats again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, and sorry about your luck, but I won't ramble anymore. I'll let you get to the second place guy now.
You're good, buddy.
All right, yeah, you're good, Matt. I appreciate it. Thanks for talking with us up here in the booth, and yeah, congratulations on your second win of the year here in the iRacing Fun League. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, take it easy, Matt. We'll talk to you later.
So looking, I don't see Luke Mahone in any of the team chats.
Yeah, looks like Luke Mahone might have left the track, so we're going to go ahead and move on to third place finisher, which was Max Troen. I think he's still hanging out. Yep, he is, so we'll go ahead and pull
Yep.
him up. Hey, Max, it's David and Marshall up here in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, man, tied the leader for most positions gained. How about that? Plus 19 from where you started. Awesome race. I know you started towards the back, but man, you really pulled a good race out of here after all this cautions we had, and had a good finish here, top 3.
Yeah, dude, that feels good. I'm not very good at short tracks, so a top 5 is essentially a win to me, right? But yeah, I think when we talked like halfway through, I don't think I used my fast repair yet, and things were like good. I was like in the top 10, and then I think like maybe 2 cautions after that, I got wrecked, and then immediately after using my fast repair, I got hit again, and so it was just like put it in save mode and just don't hit nothing. And I genuinely do not know how this turned into a P3, but I'll take it. You know. Why
Yeah,
not?
we couldn't believe ourselves how many cautions we had out here tonight. We were looking forward to some good racing here at Bristol because this track puts on some really good battles. But man, we were not expecting to go 23 cautions here tonight, and
We had 23.
it was 23 or 24. We had Ash to Ashes in the comments saying they are going to go with 23 cautions. I think we ended up with 24.
Yeah, I think we finalized 24.
That's got to be a record, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
record. I think that's the record for the last 2 years in this league. That's the most
I
amount we've
think
ever had.
I think every person in this lobby right now, we need our names enshrined on a trophy or a plaque somewhere. That is
Yeah,
impressive.
grandfather clock.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
and it's gonna say congratulations. At least you tried.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It was a mess, you know, like it's so hit or miss if you're gonna get like a good race in these short tracks or not. And I feel like we never went more than maybe like 5 laps green all night, which like, you know, there's a way to win those races too. You just gotta strategize a little differently and you know, so but I don't know. I'm excited for I think we have next week off, right? Or we have Dega 2 weeks from now.
let's see. Next week, today is the 10th, so we're at Talladega the 24th. So yeah, I believe we're off next
Yeah,
week.
we have off week. Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
I can't wait for Dega. Dega's a blast.
Yeah, neither can I.
Well, I will say, as much as I love being here on Thursday nights, I'm actually glad we might have an off week to get caught back up on the race win photos for a change, and then I can actually update my broadcasting a little bit because Marty Calvert said he was going to help me with some settings and change a few things around. But so that'll be interesting.
That'll be sick. I can't wait. I do love rewatching the broadcast every week, I swear, because I work, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I have Wednesday, Thursdays off. And so, like, I'll sit at work, you know, Monday night, because I work nights, and I'll just watch the race, replay. It probably won't be super exciting this week, you know, with all the cautions, but usually, you know, it's just a fun way to kill a couple hours at work, just chilling. So I appreciate you putting this on and doing as much as you do. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for that, Max. I appreciate it. And then, yeah, definitely thanks to Marshall for joining me up here. He definitely made a boring race more exciting because, man, I tell you what, caution after caution, it's hard to broadcast these because it's like, what do you say, you know? It's like, you can only say so much.
Yeah, you need a good booth partner, that's for sure. Marshall, did you start this race? When did you drop out?
Yeah, I mean, Max, I started with you guys. I was making some moves quick at the beginning. I got up to fourth. And Zach Ward, unfortunately, was the bearer of bad news. He got loose on the bottom. I had nowhere to go, and I made contact, and I plowed the pit road wall and blew my motor, towed. Took my fast repair. I was like, okay, got it. I knew I had a fast truck, but I was impatient. I was aggressive. Came back out, started passing trucks, and truck snapped loose on the bottom, and I destroyed the wall and brought out. So I said, screw it. I'm not wasting my time. I'll see you guys at Talladega because I love Talladega.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dude,
But
things come so quick here. It's insane. A wreck will happen. You won't see it. And 8 seconds later, you'll just pile right into it.
Yeah, it was bad, though. Unfortunately for me, I got the worst in the stick. I just bounced off of Zach Ward and went right into the water barriers. And but it is what it is. You know, accidents happen, mistakes happen. You can just move on to next week. I mean, season's still early. We got plenty of racing left, so maybe I'll see you top 5 again eventually. I'll be up there with you.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel like Dega's gonna put on a show next week, especially in the trucks. They're like my favorite super speedway racing car, I guess. It's just
Yep.
easy to get runs and work with people, and you can go 3 or even 4 wide if you're lucky at Dega. And so I don't know. I just love Talladega. I love the truck, so I'm really excited for next week. We'll have to
Yep.
be. I'll catch a run in the top 5 too.
Yes, sir. Good run tonight, buddy. A good solid 3rd place for you. So I'll catch you at Talladega, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week or 2 weeks, I guess.
Alrighty, Max. Hey, thanks for talking with us, and hey, congratulations on 3rd place tonight. Well-respected finish, and man, talk about a great finishing position after that chaotic race tonight.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. I will see you guys soon.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. Or I'm sorry, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Right. See ya.
See.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull up Mike Whiting. We won't keep these guys waiting too much longer. Hey, Mike, it's David and Marshall in the booth. You got us?
Hey, David, Marshall, how are you?
Hey, man, wish we could be talking to you on better terms here tonight. What a chaotic race, and I'm sorry you had to endure that. What a chaotic, caution-filled race. I was really hoping we'd have some green flag runs, but you still managed to come top 5, 4th place finish here tonight. That's a well-respectable finish. Congratulations on that. I know you're probably not gonna have a whole lot of good things to say, but let's hear it. What were your thoughts about tonight's race?
No, I mean, it's Bristol, so I think there's always that chance that we end up with races like this, no matter what series or where you run. I just wish that we did have at least 1 or 2 really long runs there. That's what I was hoping for, and it just didn't happen. I don't start off the strongest. I'm just not aggressive enough when we get going. But I think in the long run, I would have had something for him, but it just didn't work out tonight.
Yeah, we watched you in the very beginning of the race, starting on the pole, led a lap or 2. Definitely had a really good, strong start, got those bonus points, and we saw you falling back a little bit. Was that you trying to just save tires and save pace a little bit?
Yep, absolutely. I don't really like to lead a whole lot of laps. I'd like to just to see kind of assess what's going on around me and so forth, and to see where we're at as far as tire wear with the longer runs. But it just didn't work out, and it's Bristol. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, sometimes we've raced here in the past. We've had really good races, really good battles, and then tonight was just the exception. We had our most record amount of cautions, so it's just been nuts.
Yeah, there was talk of that in the chat. It was it was kind of funny, honestly, but it was still fun. I mean, whatever. It was fun.
Well, hey, I appreciate you for coming out and race with us. I always look forward to talking with you, and man, you still managed to pull a good race together after all that.
Yeah, how about Max though and Corey? Corey just persevered and he got himself a top 10 there. It was been very easy for him just to call it quits, but nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm really impressed with all 3 of you guys, all in the same chat tonight, and Max coming up plus 19 from where he started in the back, and then yeah, I was going through the field and I saw Corey, he's up plus 14 and 9th. You guys all really pulled a good race together there at the end.
Yeah, no, that Max he just stayed steady and we were talking and he's like, I'm just gonna stay steady, and he did a great job. So good for them and good for us tonight.
Awesome. Marshall, did you want to talk to Mike about anything or ask Mike?
No, I was trying to think, but I think I'm out of questions right now.
Yeah, there's only so much we could ask after everything we just witnessed, right?
It's been a wild night. Even up here in the booth, it's been a wild night. But I tell you what, it's a good finish for you. I'm happy that you were able to bring home a 4th place finish.
Well, I appreciate that. Still looking for that win, and hopefully it'll come.
Yeah, it'll come. Once your first one. I'm still looking for my first one. This is my 2nd year with these guys, so it'll come.
Yeah, I mean, I did race with him 3-4 years ago, and so you get some quick guys here with, of course, Ward is always quick, but him and I were battling a lot there back in the day, so we'll see.
Yep, it'll come. It'll come when you least expect it.
Right.
Alrighty, Mike. Hey, thanks for talking with us, and congrats on a top 5 finish. And we're off next week, so we'll see you in 2 weeks if you're going to join us for Talladega.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, have a good weekend. We'll see you later.
Yep, bye.
Alrighty, there's your 4th place finisher, Michael Whiting. Let's see, Wes Gallo is out there, and I guarantee he wants to be pulled up, so we'll go ahead and pull him up.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, what is he gonna say? I gotta prepare myself for this one. Hey Wes, it's David and Marshall in the booth. You got us?
Unfortunately, I do. How goes it, guys?
All right, here we go. I was just telling Marshall, I'm gonna have to prepare myself for this interview. All righty, Wes. Hey, after all that caution-filled racing we did tonight, top 5 finish. You had a couple incidents all race long, as well as everybody else did, but still managed to save a really good finish here towards the end. How did you manage that?
I ran half throttle towards the end and kind of just avoided everybody else spinning out and rolled my way through the turd pile that was that race to a top 5.
Man, there's not even a straight panel on that truck anymore.
Dude, I don't really have anything nice to say about anything. I'm not mad at anybody directly, but man, that race was a bit of turd pile there.
Yeah, it was a doozy.
There's short tracks like this. There's a reason I don't drive any of my personal sponsors or anything like that, and that's why we had an all-black Sim Magic truck this week, because I don't want my brands tied to that.
I was telling Marshall, man, you got a really good-looking paint scheme. I love that black paint scheme with Sim Magic on the side. Pretty cool looking.
I appreciate that. It is one of my favorites. It's kind of what I run on all my road stuff, for the same reason, because I'm not very good at road. Looks great under the lights. I'm kind of checking on my other TV over here. Looks great. Kind of wish it ran a bit better.
The 07 on that side really pops under the lights and everything.
Yes, yeah, kind of some matte black on the sides with some chrome, nice white outline, easy to see. After a while of trying to fine tune it, I'm pretty happy with how that one worked out.
Definitely. Hey, Marshall, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, Wes, you might have got me on that restart early on in the race, but I might have one-upped you for a little bit until I had that little hiccup.
Yeah, I was just like everyone. I was kind of fighting between overdriving and underdriving it. It was such a fine line, which is why we saw even some of the best drivers in the field, like Marty, struggled all day too. Yep. You either just kind of putz along and get passed by everyone, or push just a tiny bit and loop it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately tonight we didn't have enough green flag laps to put any rubber down on the track, so we really don't know what these trucks would have done.
Yes, it was cold tire restart after cold tire restart, and then the lights went down, and yeah, it kind of just compounded to an unfortunate result.
Yeah. But good finish for you, man. I'm glad to see you rebound and finish 5th. I mean, you had some incidents there that you got caught, part of. I mean, I did too. But glad to see you finish top 5.
I had to weed my way through some not so great places, but happy with the top 5. We'll keep chugging along in points, and we'll get some momentum eventually, and see what happens.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to be pretty proud of that, though. Top 5, after everything is all said and done, I'd take a top 5 all day long after that race.
Yep, once I get the bad taste out of that race out of my mouth, I'll be happy with how my personal finishing result is, and then we move on to Talladega, which is one of, if not my best tracks, and then we go through a summer of just an incredible schedule. So that's the last of the bad. Now we're gonna have some fun the rest of the year.
I mean, you also got to keep in mind, you're sitting really good in points right now. 3rd place in the point stand. Actually, you're tied with Brandon. I think that's before this race got started. You're tied with Brandon for 2nd place at 134 total points.
Look at me go.
So,
I really don't look at points very often,
yeah,
so I'll take that.
You got to look at the bright side, and man, you're sitting really good this year.
Gonna keep plugging along. Well, I'm hoping to get a win before the playoffs, but if I had a chance at winning the race and the championship at Phoenix last year for the first one, and if it comes to that, I think that's a hell of a way to do it again.
Heck yeah, I believe it, and yeah, you can make it happen. But hey, thanks for talking with us, and congratulations on top 5 here tonight at Bristol.
Appreciate you. Thanks for keeping us entertained throughout that. We'll look forward to catching you in a couple weeks.
Alrighty, yep. Enjoy your off week, and then we'll see you back at Talladega in 2 weeks.
Yes, appreciate it.
Alrighty, Marshall, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're going to go through the race info real quick, or results real quick before we get out of here. Matthew Heel is your winner. Luke Mahone comes home P2. Max Troen P3. Mike Whiting comes home P4. Wes Gallo, who we just spoke to moments ago, he comes home top 5. Steve Mormon P6. Zachary Ward 7th. Marty Calvert 8th. Corey Goodall 9th. Eric Olson 10th. Jeff Laraway comes home 11th. Brandon Fiedler comes home 12th. Patrick Calusio 13th. Mark Ward 14th. Philip Beaver comes home P15. William Carr, the second, who had a great race but unfortunately got caught up in all the chaos, comes home 16th. Derek Moore finishes 17th. Joe Tardif is 18th. And then finishing 19th is Ashley Elson Jr. 20th was Craig Bridge Jr. Greg Stone, 21st. Brian Swope finishes 22nd. Marshall Dugan, 23rd. David Galloway Jr., 24th. And David Watts, 25th. There is your results. Marshall, thank you so much for joining me in the booth. Unfortunately, it was under bad circumstances, but appreciate you helping me out up here.
Yes, sir. Not a problem, buddy. Promise next broadcast you do, I'll give you something to watch. I won't be joining you in the booth. I'll keep the trucking, on the track.
Keep it all together and have a good race. As much as I love having you join me up here, yeah, definitely try and have a good race next race on at Talladega.
Yeah, I'm been on a cold spell. Last week was pretty good. I mean, I finished 14th at Darlington, but I've been some bad luck here lately. I need to, get it going and get back up front with you guys.
Definitely. Well, hopefully your luck will turn around, and we'll be interviewing you up here at these in the top 5 or winners, hopefully soon. But just keep a positivity, a good head on your shoulders, man. Good luck's about to come your way, and I guarantee you're going to find a good race here coming up pretty shortly.
Yes, sir. Hopefully it's sooner than later. Hopefully it's Talladega in a couple weeks. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for having me up in the booth again, and I'll catch you at Talladega.
Alrighty, Marshall, we're out. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend, buddy.
Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you all for leaving a comment saying hello, Troy, Ashton, Marshall, and Steve, Low County Speedway. We'll get you all taken care of, squared away, but appreciate you watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We're off next week on Thursday for a bye week, and then we're going to pick things back up at Talladega, so stay tuned. I appreciate you all for watching.